History is full of firsts.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Many of those firsts shaped our way of life. For 70 years, KPRC Channel 2 has been proud to be pioneers in shaping television and Houston history.
In a state the size of Texas, everyone can enjoy.
Causing the storms Thursday. Minutes before 9 o'clock, the crew's here telling me.
This is the first time in a long they had 11. Send us some of your picks.
Isn't it good to work for a place that has a sense of history? And indeed it is.
See, taking the president from Spring to College Station following.
If you have something you'd like Channel 2 Investigates to check out, call the tip line at 713-223-TIPS or email investigates@click2houston.com. Live from KPRC, this is Channel 2 News at 6.
And tonight at 6 o'clock, the coronavirus crisis. We are answering your biggest questions. Who is most at risk? Where can you get supplies? And how is Rodeo Houston handling this? Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dominique Saxa.
And I'm Jonathan Martinez. There is a lot of information about the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, and we are monitoring all the new developments. Our goal, of course, not to scare you, but to arm you with the facts. And that is where we start our team coverage tonight. Sally Mamdou live with the basics that everyone needs to know. Sally?
And Jonathan, a couple of months ago, none of us really knew what COVID-19 really was, but we wanted to separate fact from fiction today. COVID-19, a virus many of us are getting familiar with because of its global outbreak, but don't really know much about.
There's no single symptom that distinguishes the virus that causes COVID-19 from the common flu.
But Dr. David Purse with Houston Health Department says COVID-19 is more deadly than the flu, but not as deadly as previous viruses like SARS and MERS. Purse says cases are commonly seen in elderly patients with a compromised immune system. He says the virus is easily transmitted from contact or by coughing and sneezing, so aggressive hygiene practices are highly recommended.
We don't have an antiviral drug that we know that works. We might have that in the coming weeks. Vaccine development always takes a long time, typically a year or 2 years. So we will not have a vaccine in time for this epidemic.
Dr. Peter Hodes with Baylor College of Medicine has helped develop vaccines for past viruses.
And now we're looking to see if that's SARS-1 vaccine that we developed might cross-protect against this new one, while also developing a second prototype vaccine that's specific for this.
But until then, he predicts more outbreaks to come.
We are going to see an outbreak, some level of community transmission, community spread going on, and then you're going to see this happen in several other parts of the country.
And until local hospitals find a way of performing diagnostic testing instead of sending tests to the already backlogged labs in Atlanta and in the state, Dr. Hodes says people need to take all precautionary measures to slow down the spread.
Let's be realistic here. We've had 16,000 Americans die of influenza this flu season, including 100 kids who've not been vaccinated despite recommendations. So one of the most important things you can do, other than the usual things that you're hearing about on TV to do frequent hand washing, is make sure you get your flu vaccine.
And in addition to all this, the takeaway today from all these medical professionals is that prevention starts with you. You have to make sure that you keep a good hygiene practices and constantly keeping your distance and just being aware that something like this is likely going to happen somewhere close to you. For now, we're live in the Galleria area. Sally Memdu, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Oh, good advice. Thanks a lot for that, Sally. You know, one of the biggest questions we are getting, where can you find supplies? We're talking about disinfecting wipes along with hand sanitizer. We've heard from viewers along with KPRC2 employees who have seen empty shelves out at grocery stores. The word from those stores, be patient. They will restock. Meanwhile, one of our photojournalists finding one of those sources that perhaps you may not have thought about. He spotted this supplies at a local hardware store. So you may want to consider checking the big chains as well as some small hardware stores to see if in fact their shelves are stocked.
And Jonathan, one of the biggest concerns during this coronavirus crisis, large gatherings of people. And we're about to have an event like that here in Houston, the Rodeo, where tens of thousands are at NRG Park every single day. Channel 2's Jacob Rascone live tonight with the precautions that Rodeo Houston is taking. Jacob?
Yeah, Dominique, organizers prepare all year for this massive event, trying to anticipate every possible scenario. But a vice president tonight tells me one thing they did not anticipate was the coronavirus. Starting tomorrow, tens of thousands of people will be here, including at the Great American Petting Farm. And as big and as scary as this threat sometimes seems, the solution, the vice president, who is also a doctor, tells me, is hand washing and hand sanitizing. So they have added extra hand washing stations like this one, and they have also added extra hand sanitizing stations like that one.
Yes, we're maybe a little more hyper vigilant because of coronavirus, and I think we're going to be safer because of it. We don't want people that aren't feeling well, that may have something they could spread to someone. If they stay home, then that's going to limit the exposure to all the people that we have out here on the ground. So that's really important. And again, there's going to be another opportunity because we go on for 20 days.
So extra hand washing stations, extra hand sanitizing stations. They don't want you coming if you're sick. They don't want any of their volunteers coming if they're sick. And they want you, if you can, to carry your own personal hand wipes to wipe your hands and your kids. So as big and as interesting as this all is, they say the solution is really very small, very simple. Wash your hands. Don't come if you're sick. You've got plenty of opportunities. There are 20 days in the rodeo. Reporting live at the rodeo, I'm Jacob Rascone. Jonathan and Dominique, back to you.
All right, Jacob, thanks a lot for that. Our team coverage continues now with a look at the local economic impact. We have already had the cancellation of one major event, an energy conference, which would have brought thousands of people right here to Houston, now called off. Channel 2's Taisha Walker live at the George R. Brown Convention Center, where Sarah Week would have been held next week. Taisha?
Jonathan, these downtown businesses were looking forward to servicing thousands of those conference goers next week, but it's no longer happening. And just to give you an idea of how much money is at stake, we're told that $7.2 million was spent last year during that conference on food and hotel within the city. Houston has hosted the Sarah Week Energy Conference for nearly 40 years. The annual event brings big bucks to the city. This year's event would have brought 5,400 people to the George R. Brown Convention Center and downtown area, including delegates from 80 countries. Mayor Sylvester Turner says he made the decision to cancel next week's conference because it was too risky, bringing foreigners into the city. So far, Houston has no confirmed cases of the coronavirus.
It will hurt us economically, but lives over money.
Professor Stephen Craig teaches economics at the University of Houston. He says the biggest loss is any potential connections that could have been made at Sarah Week. Ones, he says, that might have led to future business in Houston.
Although it comes at a time that's not particularly good, right? Sort of any stimulus would be real welcome at this time. If it got canceled every year for the next 5 years, then that's a calamity.
Restaurants near the convention center, like Culture, were also looking forward to a financial stimulant.
Although it would be nice to have the influx of business, it's not going to affect us too badly. We're still doing pretty good.
They're banking on other events to bring in customers.
As long as there's still conventions and rocket games and concerts and things of that nature, I feel like we'll be fine.
Sarah Week 2021 is already scheduled for next March, and Mayor Turner is suggesting that any Houstonians concerned about traveling to stay and take a staycation, he's saying maybe just rent out a hotel here or enjoy some food here downtown, and that could help make up for that loss for Sarah Week being canceled. Reporting live from downtown, Taisha Walker, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Thanks, Taisha. And before we wrap our coverage, here's a look at the coronavirus headlines across the country. The biggest update from Washington, where 4 more people have died. That brings the number of deaths in that state to 6. San Antonio, passengers from the Diamond Princess cruise ship remain under quarantine, even though they were scheduled to be released today. But now leaders in that city have declared a state of disaster, and they're asking for more testing. Our coverage of the coronavirus crisis extends to our website now. It includes this story, and that is what happens when a coronavirus patient arrives at a clinic. That's on our homepage at click2houston.com.
As we dive into another work week, there's another big weather story to talk about.
Yeah, this time it's the possibility of severe weather. Chief Meteorologist Frank Billingsley here now to elaborate.
Looks like midweek. Until then, nice warm weather, that's for sure. It's fog we're going to have to deal with overnight tonight. Look at these numbers. We got to 80, 81 this afternoon. Right now sitting in the low to mid 70s, 74 in Houston, 69 on the island. Lots of 70, 71s, but it's not going to go down very quickly tonight. Now that the sun is going down, we'll see 70, 69, 68 overnight. Maybe a 10% chance for a shower, but more than anything, that's going to set the stage for fog. You can see not much going on radar, but that's going to change once we get to Wednesday. This system that is wrapping up here, that's going to continue to slide our way. So that's going to be responsible for Wednesday's storms. Then, in fact, we already have a severe weather threat listed on the low side, but it is there in the yellow that you can see across Texas for Tuesday, and then it continues to move right across the Houston area as we move on into Wednesday. So it's going to be, I think, a late Tuesday, but especially Wednesday afternoon event. We'll go over it coming up. And more about the fog, I'll time out Wednesday's wallop, and then another terrific weekend. It's all straight ahead.
All right, Frank, thank you very much. As you know, tomorrow is the Super Tuesday Showdown, the biggest day of the Democratic primary campaign. 14 states will vote, including Texas. And as you know, Jonathan, there is a lot at stake.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. The start of Super Tuesday voting now less than 13 hours away. The polls right here in Texas opening bright and early at 7 a.m. Channel 2's Sion Rhodes is live at Texas Southern University, where Joe Biden made a last-minute push today. Sion?
And the former vice president hoping to do well in Texas tomorrow, hoping to catch up with Bernie Sanders.
As I stand here today because of the minority communities.
Former Vice President Joe Biden in Houston Monday afternoon, rallying support from black voters, the base of the Democratic Party.
I think we're going to do well here in Texas with the help of all of you. And, you know, when we do, we'll be on our way to defeating Donald Trump.
Biden needing a large chunk of Texas's 161 delegates to catch up to Bernie Sanders, who, along with Elizabeth Warren and Michael Bloomberg, have all visited Houston and traveled the state in recent weeks, hoping to sway still undecided voters.
Probably just think about who has the best chance of winning.
I'm still probably going to go home and do my research a little bit to just finalize.
Millennials like Kristen Rogers will play a key role in tomorrow's vote, according to TSU political science chair Dr. Michael Adams.
Those individuals who were born between 1981 and 1996, they will be very pivotal in significance in terms of who wins the state of Texas.
Texas's large Latinx population, also a key voting bloc. All of the candidates are hoping will put them over the top.
I think we see a change in the electorate in the state of Texas.
Early voting totals released today showing Texas Democrats are energized and ready to win in November. The number of Texas Democratic primary voters exceeding 1 million, surpassing 2016's early voting turnout numbers. And former Vice President Biden leaving Houston to go to an event in Dallas, where he'll be joined by two of his now former opponents, Amy Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg, suspending their campaigns, expected to endorse Biden for president. Reporting live, Sion Rhodes, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Our Super Tuesday coverage will also include a phone bank happening tomorrow. KPRC is teaming up with the League of Women Voters Houston and Telemundo Houston to answer your questions. That's from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., and we will announce the phone number tomorrow morning.
Also helpful on click2houston.com. 5 quick takes heading into the signature night of primary season.
Still ahead, Census 2020, the local push tonight to make sure every person is counted, especially those at risk of being overlooked.
And we've hit the month of March. The U of H Cougars are on a major roll. What it means for the Cougs now in the newly released national polls, I'll give you the new numbers out today ahead in sports.
And speaking of the University of Houston, it is offering free tuition to certain students this fall. Find out if your family qualifies. Next on Channel 2 News at 6.
Old Katy Road in Houston.
You're watching Channel 2, Houston's home for news.
The University of Houston is hoping to attract freshmen with these two words: free tuition. That's what U of H is offering to students with a family income under $65,000. The university president tweeting out all the details. We're told it's an expansion of its Cougar Promise program. It also includes an incentive for families with an income of up to $125,000 partial tuition support. To learn more about the program requirements, we've got a link for you on our website at click2houston.com.
Local government leaders gathered today to help kick off the Say Yes to the Census 2020 campaign. It's an effort to push communities at risk of being undercounted to participate in the census. The number of people in an area determines how much federal funding the region receives for things like programs, and that includes Medicare, schools, police departments, and so much more. The census questionnaire does not have a citizenship question, so everybody is encouraged to fill out the survey regardless of status.
By responding to the census, you are guaranteeing federal dollars for your community, for the things that you care about.
This is every 10 years. So if we don't get it done right now, then we have 10 more years that we have to deal with being under-resourced.
The survey will be available online for the first time this year. Once that survey is available, we will post a link on where you can find it on our website, click2houston.com.
And you know what that music means. Rodeo Houston actually starts tomorrow. Sky 2 flying over NRG Park just a couple of hours ago, giving us a look at the grounds out there. We saw a few people tending to their livestock animals, and of course, the carnival up and ready to roll.
Oh, you can almost smell the fried sweets, right?
And the turkey legs that we always go for.
Just sugar and meat.
That's right. It's a good combination. Right. A great combination. Yeah, that's right. That'll get you through March, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, speaking of which, March 2nd is Texas Independence Day. Oh, it is. Today. Got a nice Click 2 pin to celebrate
Very
that.
nice.
Isn't that sweet?
Love it.
Love it. All right. Thank you for that. In the meantime, Leah, highs today, 81, 80 degrees down in Galveston. You were at 75, so a nice warm day. But you know what that warm weather does this time of year? It leads to fog. By the way, I compared the marches from 2015 to the last March we have and talk about what's coming up in this one. So another warm March. Click2houston.com/weather in my blog today. In the meantime, already looking a little hazy out there. Triangle Energy camera at 73. South winds at 14. That dew point's at 64. That temperature gets down to that dew point, and that's when the fog problems happen. And it's going to happen in Galveston sooner than later. That's a rough ocean. A lot of rip current issues there, both this afternoon and this evening. So watch out there. Look at the spread, only 3 degrees there. 90% humidity. Southeast winds at 11. So these 70s go sort of slowly down into the 60s where they meet the dew point temperatures. That's what's going to bring that fog in here. Those winds are already starting to go down. Still 14 at Hobby, but I don't think there's going to be enough wind to keep the fog at bay. So 4-mile visibility right now, not so bad in Galveston, but already 7 in Anahuac and 6 in Dayton. By 9 o'clock, we're at a half mile on the island, if not sooner, and then that continues to push into the city. Once we get to midnight, 2.5, 3-mile visibility. That's not too terrible, but the overnight into tomorrow morning's commute, that's where it's quarter, half mile, 1-mile visibility. So we'll watch for that, and then it burns off in the mid-morning like it seems to always do. Low pressure is going to follow the jet stream. You can see those red arrows. That's 30,000 feet, 150-mile-an-hour wind. So that's what's going to bring this system pretty quickly in here and out of here, but it's going to be an all-day Wednesday event. So not probably fast enough for most of us, but you can see there's the timing on this as we go into Wednesday at 1. Big spread of showers and thunderstorms just to our west, continues to move in here, and then moving out of here on Thursday. We'll go a little closer in a moment. Once we get that through here, we have a really nice weekend coming up, but we got to get there first. We need some rain right now. The computer model wants to put the heaviest up around the Dallas area and on toward El Paso. That red is 3 inches of rain. So 2 to 3, but I tell you, this could flip by tomorrow. I think it really is going to depend on the location of that low as it moves through. But for sure, a half an inch to an inch, maybe 2 inches in spots for us. We may end up getting more than that. So we'll keep a close eye on it. Here's the closer look at the futurecast. Not much going on except for the fog tomorrow, maybe a 20% chance or 30% for showers tomorrow afternoon. And then we get into Wednesday. Wednesday morning's commute is messy looking. Here come the bigger storms into Wednesday morning late and afternoon. You see those storms stretching across. That could also flip to be a little farther south, but this is 6:30. Once we get to Wednesday evening, it's pretty much moved into Louisiana, and we'll continue to do that overnight Wednesday, and so Thursday we're A-OK. So our power planner for tonight
Right there in the upper 60s and low 70s, 10% chance for a shower. I look for the fog more than anything else. And breezy and warm continues until probably around 8, 9 o'clock. And then those winds will begin to die down. 80 degrees for Tuesday. So another warm one. 74 and 66 on Wednesday. 80% chance for showers and storms. And then look at this. 68, 72, 74 on Sunday. So we clear out nicely. We cool back down. Another rain chance moves back in here the beginning of next week. Sports is next. Stay with us.
Super. All right, welcome into the Xfinity Sports Desk tonight. Here's what's happening. The Red Hot Rockets back on the floor tonight, looking to extend that winning streak, going for 7 in a row. They're in the Big Apple, taking on the New York Knicks. Russell Westbrook right here, off the miss. It rebounds, puts it back in for the bucket. The game just tipped off. 9-1 Rockets on top. Good start tonight. We'll update it for you tonight at 10 o'clock. Kelvin Sampson's U of H Cougars 22-7, climbing the new national polls. U of H checking in this week at number 21 in both the AP and the coaches poll. U of H travels to UConn coming up on Thursday night. And fresh off of Sunday's win over Cincinnati, how about Marcus Sasser, honored today as the AAC's Freshman of the Week. Sasser had a game-high 21 points yesterday, including 5 3-pointers. It's the first weekly award of Sasser's career. He's had a good season. It's a big week for the Cougars at Cy Creek High School. The girls basketball team will take their 40-0 record and #1 ranking to the state tournament in San Antonio Friday night when they take on McKinney. Today, the Cougars held Media Day on campus. They are ready to go to the Alamo City and bring home the Class 6A title.
To get it done, I just say we have to really focus in and key on like the key points and like just really use our strengths to our advantage that like really most teams don't have, like our chemistry and our bonding and stuff like that.
Really just staying together as a team is like our main focus. Listening to what Coach A is saying and just following through. And we can't give up no matter what the score is. We just can't give up.
Yeah, we'll spotlight the Cougars at 10 o'clock. Hey, the Astros enjoying their first off day of spring training. That means golf, and for manager Dusty Baker, he says, I'm going to be on the water fishing today. Back to baseball tomorrow. All right, last stop, former Astros closer Ken Giles. He was a member of that 2017 Astros World Series team. Says he was blindsided by the sign-stealing scandal, had no idea it was going on. In an interview with the Toronto Star, the now Blue Jays reliever said if asked, he would give back his World Series ring. The whistleblower, Mike Fiers of Oakland, has also said he, too, would part ways with the ring if asked. So a couple players coming forward right now. Not sure that'll happen, but Ken Giles speaking out today.
Interesting.
Okay,
yeah.
Always developing. Thanks a lot for that, Randy.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
All right, a little hazy out there.
Yeah, hazy and mild, that is for sure. It's going to continue to be as we go into this evening. So there's your outdoor dining forecast. A little cloudy. Temperatures right there at 75, 72, 71 by 9 o'clock. So you can almost eat outdoors today, right?
Uh-huh.
Why not? In the meantime, 68 tomorrow for a low with some fog to start. 80 for the high, a lot like today. And then I think by tomorrow night, the rains will start to move our way. And then Wednesday's the big day. And then we clear up for a really nice weekend. Lose an hour of sleep and get a sunset at 7:25.
At work. And blow the pollen out of here.
As well. Get rid of it. All right, thanks a lot, Frank.
Entertainment Tonight's coming up next.
See you at 10.